Hello, hello, hello. I am going to do a little short live. Happy Labor's Day. I'm about to, after I finish this, go and get me some barbecue and enjoy my Labor's Day. Um, these days go by so fast. Hey, Black Ubiquity, how you doing? Yeah, I'm just chilling today. About to get ready and go get me some barbecue today and hang out with some people today and have a good time. I hope you're having a great Labor Day. Yes, I hope everything is well with you. Well, hey, I'm not gonna be on here too long. Like I said, um, my content is gonna be real simple. Lately, I have been um, just laying real low, kind of observing some things, kind of just sitting back. What's up, CX? Kind of just sitting back and watching some things. Excuse me, watching some things and just keeping to myself. If anything, I have learned on these YouTube streets. What's up, Joe? Anything that I have learned on these YouTube streets is to lay low and to observe. Um, and I give my opinion on what see fit on giving my opinion, but um, otherwise, I'm just gonna let some people just crash out because that's just what needs to happen. Um, and yeah, I'm just gonna be me on on this end over here. Whether I have 5 people in the chat or if I have 50 people in the chat or whatever. Hey, Derek, how are you? Oh, definitely, Derek. I definitely will. And just know, I'm here for you whenever you need me. And I definitely will give a prayer up for you and your family. I hope everything is okay. Cause I don't know about you, but all of us need it. What's up, Just saying? Good to see you. Good to see you. I have some thou shall nots that I wish I would have knew in my 20's. If I would knew in my 20's, I'm telling you, I would be so much more advanced. But we all have to realize that we grow as we live. We should be growing, and I have definitely learned a lot in the short time span that I've been here on this earth. And it's unfortunate that people that are older than me. Hey, Captain, what's up, Golden? Um, what is that? Okay. Well, I kind of please don't put his name in the chat because I don't want nobody thinking I'm trying to do something diabolical. And this is another thing. Okay, I don't know where people. I think sometimes people get me misunderstood. Let me tell you this. Okay, I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna go to what I'm talking about. Um, I'm not a clout chaser. I don't just connect with people just because um, I'm trying to just blow up on here. I understand that things when as a content creator and you interact with other people and you network with people, some things is going to happen over time. And I would rather have whatever God has for me, and however I'm gonna blow up. If I don't blow up, I want it to happen in the right time, and I want it to happen naturally. I don't want to do things because to force anything. So when I interview people, I like to always say this because I think some people are either slow or they're so used to people being clout chasers, and the people that they don't think is the clout chasers that's up under them are really some of the clout chasers. But what I will say is when I interview people, the interviewees' opinions and thoughts, and it is not of the interviewer's thoughts and opinions. So when you're interviewing people, you're listening to them, you're trying to be a neutral ground for both parties, because you're interviewing. So you don't give your opinion and you're not agreeing with what the person is saying. You're trying to get an understanding. And that's what you do when you are interviewing people. So I don't have to go around getting clout from people. That's why I don't really like putting people's names on my titles, because I'm not so much just trying to get your attention. If you see my stuff, you see my stuff. But I'm not gonna be out here. Well, this person, let me put this all in the chat, like some people do. So we got to be careful who we think are clout chasers and who we think are Jezebels and all that kind of stuff, because we could be having one very well um, right up under you. So again, my when I interview people, it is definitely not my thoughts and opinions as I interview people. Okay, so I had to make that very clear. Um, anyway, let me glide through that. I just want to say, let me go to my thou shall nots. These are the things that I wish I would have learned in my 20s. And I know you guys probably there's some things you wish you would have learned. You would probably, felt like you would have been better off. I said my first one is thou shalt stay prayed up and put God first. The reason why I say that, because if I would have prayed a little bit more about some of the decisions and the people that I dealt with, or some of the decisions that I've made because of my own ignorance or my foolishness, I definitely would have been far off in my life. Some of the things that we get into because we don't have spiritual guidance in our lives, and spiritual guidance and some type of guidance will help you. Hey, Captain Wolf. Hey, Gamma. Will help you in life. Because you won't just be going out there and on a whim, and then some things you have to learn by experience, but some things can be avoided if you would look at other people's lives, right? If you would just ask, God for discernment on dealing with people, or if you should make this turn, if you should do this, So sometimes we have to realize that being spiritually connected and having a foundation is extremely important. And I wish I had, hey, Young Riz, would have really prayed a little bit more and talked less. You know what I'm saying? The other thing I learned is thou shalt be solo dolo. When you learn to do things on your own and enjoy your own company, what's up, D? How are you? When you learn to do your own thing, and enjoy your own company, you will come out a lot better. Uh, I know I got people, cousins, and my sisters. A couple of my sisters have a lot of friends, right? Sometimes having a lot of friends can be make more problems for you. You have so many people that will expect more from you or want something from you, and sometimes when you have so many people's friends, you can't discern who really like you and who really don't. Some people will come, like you'll have a big group of people, and really you only really in that group of people will have maybe one to two real friends, and you'll find that out. So as I went back in my teenage years to my early 20s, I always felt like it was good to have a lot of friends, until I realized as I gotten a little older that's not always the case. Hey, Deborah. Sometimes you got to observe your company, and then you have to really know that everybody that is smiling in your face is not really for you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that flatters you, give you compliments, and they're not really for you. So when you learn to enjoy your own company and you're secure with you and who you are, I'm not saying you don't need nobody. I'm just saying being comfortable with riding by yourself and you your own best friend, you will come out a lot better. You will be more secure within yourself. You'll enjoy yourself more, appreciate who you are and what you have to offer, and nobody can touch you because you're good with you. And that's one thing I wish I would have learned in my 20s. Thou shalt take accountability. Thou shalt take accountability. Accountability to me seems like a bad word to some people because people do not take accountability. They're always blaming other people. And I was one of those people, just like everybody else, that blamed other people when I needed to first look at myself and see what did I add to the situation? What did I add to make this a problem? So when I started taking accountability for maybe some of the actions that I contribute to a situation, I started to see some flaws that I needed to work on myself individually. And I stopped so much blaming other people for what was going on. Because sometimes it wasn't a them problem, sometimes it was a me problem. So when people learn to take accountability, they will have better relationships with other people, as well as they will be good with themselves because they know who they are, they know what they'll do, they know what they didn't do, and can't nobody tell them nothing different because they know them. I know me. I know my downfalls. I know my good points, and I don't make excuses for my downfalls. It is what it is, and I'll tell people that every day. So when more people learn to do that and start taking accountability for themselves and quit pointing a finger at other people at why their life is messed up or why they don't have this or why this is this way, and they start looking at themselves, you'll come out a lot better because at the end of the day, if you look in the mirror, you only have you to blame for things. Some things people do, but some things you do, and you have to know the difference. So that was something I wish I would have learned in my 20s. Thou shalt be yourself at all times. Have you ever realized that sometimes you kind of put on a different mask in front of certain people because you wanted to pretend like you were this type of person when you know that's really not who you are? Well, yeah, I did that too. I made a lot of mistakes trying to appease other people so I wouldn't be myself all the time because I was trying to be a people pleaser. And people pleasers usually have some issues with rejection or abandonment in some type of way or form, fashion. Okay. So when you realize that you have those issues and you don't just keep pondering on the fact that you've maybe had some rejection and some abandonment issues and you deal with them, you start to learn that you don't have to please everybody because guess what? You will not. You will not please everybody. There will always be somebody that will say, well, you should have did it this way, or you should have said it this way. So therefore, you will never be able to please nobody on here. And the only person really you need to be worried about pleasing is God. And secondly, yourself. That's the only people you need to worry about pleasing. Other than that, everybody else can get third or last. That's how I see it. So when you kind of learn that you need to be yourself at all times and not try to portray somebody else because you're trying to be a people pleaser, you will come out a lot better. You will actually be less disappointed because when you're not yourself and people don't receive you or reject you or misunderstand you, hey, it is what it is. You have to be yourself regardless if people like you or not. That's what I'm learning. Some people may not like how I do my content. Some people may not like how I do my makeup. Some people may not like how I talk. This is who I am. And if you don't like it, then there's the door. So that's the attitude that I've gotten because I realized that was some old issues that I got to deal with. And once I deal with them, I learned that, hey, I'm okay with being me. So if you ain't okay with me being me, that's on you. That's another. Hey, Red, what's good? Yes. Hey, Divine, how are you? And then the other thing I'm learning, um, thou shalt speak your mind, regardless of who you offend. And I'm not saying go around here being offending people every time you turn around. But there's just some things that you're just going to have to say, and people are not going to like it. People are not going to like it. See, the thing that I learned about people, people like to call you on your stuff. But when you call other people on their stuff and how you perceive a matter, they don't like that. So just as they can call you out on your stuff, you can call them out too. If they get offended, that's on them too. That's not on you. See, I don't have a problem with taking constructive criticism, but when I give it back to you, I don't want to hear no attitude because you give it to me. So I'm like this: what's good for the goose is good for the gander. And yeah, that's how I feel. If I'm speaking something and it's the truth on how I perceive a matter, that is how I perceive it. If you get offended, it wasn't because I was trying to purposely, but sometimes the truth hurts. And sometimes the way I see things, you might not like it. So just like how other people can do you that way, then you have the right as well. Like I said, everybody has an opinion. Opinions are like buttholes. Everyone has one. So therefore, that means everyone can say what they want to say as long as you're not purposely just trying to hurt somebody. But some things will sting when you're telling the truth. Some things will sting when you're really telling your truth on how you see a matter. And that's okay. For you, it's okay. It's for me, it's okay. Because again, people will tell you all the time what you do wrong. People will tell you all the time what you need to change. But when it comes back to them, they don't like it. So that's okay. You offended. You'll be all right. Just like I was offended when you said that to me. So okay, move on. So thou shalt not expect more from others than they are willing to give themselves. So what I mean by that is, don't expect a lot from others, and please, and also the people that you look up to, don't expect a lot from them, and don't and I hope that they don't expect a lot from you. So basically, don't expect more from people, and hopefully those people don't expect a lot from you, because they will find out both of y'all are going to be very disappointed. Both of you guys are going to be very disappointed, because nobody will sometimes will not ever be able to reach your expectations of what you want, right? So I always say, don't expect more from others, and that person don't expect more from you. You're going to be disappointed with me, I can tell you that right now. I'm going to be, hey, Bama, I'm going to be disappointed with you. It's just a part of life. It's a part of being a human. That's not making excuses. It's just what it is. I can't expect from you a lot from you, and you can't expect a lot from me. Because guess what? When you get disappointed, you're going to get mad. And just like if I expect more from you, I'm going to get mad. So how you do stop that is not expect more from people, and don't put that on other people, just like you don't want people putting that on you. I mean, that's just point blank. And that's self-explanatory, you know what I'm saying? But some people still won't get it. Thou shalt be loyal to those who are loyal to you. Um, I don't know where these people on this, especially on this app, they got it bad. Now, I don't mind being loyal and supportive of people at all. I try to do what I can, but at the same time, don't again. This comes with expectations. Don't expect more from me than what you're giving. We not doing that. I always said from the very beginning, those who get my loyalty is my family and friends. Those are people that have proven, and I've proven to them that we are loyal to each other. Okay. And I think that sometimes, again, with the expectations, when we expect so much of people, we are going to get our feelings hurt. Number one, you don't really know people like that to expect so much. You guys, some people you have not known for a summer and a winter. I used to talk to an older lady, and she said, Selena, get somebody that you with for a summer and a winter. Basically, somebody that you known for a while. Not somebody that you've known for a couple of months or a couple of weeks or maybe even 3 months or 4 months, whatever. Know somebody for a summer and a winter. Go through some things. And when you go through some things, if y'all still cool, if y'all still tight, then that's a friend to the end. But that's the only people that get loyalty from me. That's my friends and my family, people that I have proven loyal to, and they have proven loyal to me. And that is how I see it. Everybody doesn't see it that way, but I'm like this. However you treat me, I'm going to give you that same energy. And that's how I see it. Thou shalt not trust too many smiling faces. Just because people are smiling in your faces, just because people are giving you praise just for that little bit, just because people are showing you some type of kindness at that time, that does not mean that they're going to be for you. Some people that are actually in your life, they might not be the person you think they are, and they might be. It goes by trial and error and time. That's the only time, hey, Commander, that you will know whether a person is for you or not. Smiling faces do not impress me. People that flatter me do not impress me. People that say I'm down with you to the end, that does not impress me. You know what impresses me is your actions. Words are words. They're fleeting. That anybody can say them, but actions show exactly what you feel about a person. And that's exactly what it is. Friendly faces are just friendly faces, smiling faces. They just seem nice. That doesn't mean that they're really for you. That doesn't mean that they're really a friend or want to be a friend to you. Okay. So we got to be very cautious of smiling faces and not get too excited just because people seem nice. Actions speak louder than words. And I used to hear that all right, Divine. I used to hear that all the time. And until I got grown, I started to really see that people that words say it means absolutely nothing when people's actions are not standing by it. Okay, so that's kind of the things that I have learned on my own, just kind of growing. And I don't know if I said thou shalt mind thy own business. That's another thing that I talked about a couple of weeks ago. I was telling you about if two things people remember: to treat people like they want to be treated and to mind their business, they will come out a lot better. And sometimes minding your business can be a safety net for you. When you learn to stay out the way, you will come out a lot better. And even sometimes when you stay out the way, people will still get mad because you're not intervening, and that kind of stuff. I can't let people I can't, you can't put that guilt on me. I learn a lot of times the battle is not mine. It's not mine. If it ain't got my name on it, I'm not fighting it. I'm not fighting it. I don't fight other people's battles. I don't do that. I did that before, and guess what they did? They got me in some trouble. I said, well, I'm damned if I do and damned if I don't. So I just learned, if I'm gonna be damned if I do, I'm just still gonna stay out of it. Okay. I'm learning to mind my business because that's the best way to be. And you will sometimes, for the most part, you will keep yourself out of stuff when you learn to do that. So those are just some of the things that I've learned. Like I said, going being solo dolo, and like I said, I'm not saying you don't need people. You need certain types of people in your life, people that add and not take away all the time. When I say stay prayed up, putting God first, those are some things I'm continuously to keep learning, to continue to keep praying for guidance and understanding and discernment on what I'm seeing. Minding your business, taking accountability. If I am doing something I shouldn't be doing, I ain't gonna blame it on Gamma. I'm gonna look at me because that's my issue. That's not her issue. That's something that I gotta take accountability for and fix it. Don't just take accountability for it and don't fix it. Fix it. So taking accountability, and also thou shalt be yourself. Always be yourself, regardless of how many people want to put you in their box, how many people want to put a jacket on you that don't fit. Be yourself. Don't try to fake and shake. Don't try to put on a mask just to fit in. Don't try to put on a mask just to make other people like you. Be who you are. If you that type of person that don't want to be bothered sometimes, well, hell, I just don't want to be bothered. If you that type of person that wants to be talkative, then be talkative. If you that type of person that wants to love people, then love people. If you the type of person that don't like people, don't like people. Be who you are. At the end of the day, hey Shirley, people will appreciate those that are real, will appreciate you more when you are yourself. What's up, Carl? Good to see you. They'll appreciate you when you are more of yourself than anything. And then, like I said, speak your mind, regardless of who's offended. There's just going to be people that's on a defense and on an offense all the time. They're going to always be offended. They're going to always be defensive. Thank you, Gamma. I appreciate that. They're gonna always be defensive at everything you say, but they can say it to you. I don't get that. Again, what is good for the goose is good for the gander. You will be offended if you're around me because there's gonna be some things that you don't think I should say or you might not like. But at the end of the day, just like you are free, hey Tamika, to say what you want to say, so am I. So hey, we all can be offended. So, and the other thing, thank you so much, Gamma. I appreciate you. The other thing, like I said, I'm just going back over it. Don't expect more from people than you're willing to give, and vice versa. People shouldn't expect more from you, and you shouldn't expect more from them. That's what's wrong with people. And that's why they get so mad and disappointed with other people. But that's on you. That's on you for feeling that way. You gave me a job or a role in your life that I didn't ask for. So they will feel a way because they feel like you disappointed them, but they don't realize how many people they disappointed. So we all have disappointed people. We all will be disappointed. That's a part of life and growing up. You know what I'm saying? So let's not expect more from people than we're willing to give. We will come out less disappointed when we do those things. And also be loyal to those who are loyal to you. Don't overly give to people. You will be upset at yourself. If you're going to give out of your heart because you want to do it. Don't give to try to receive something back from someone. Okay? Give out of your heart and don't expect nothing in return. That's what true giving is. So I'm just going to be loyal to those who are loyal to me, and that's how I see it. I'm not going to overgive. I'm not going to go out of my way because guess what? People will not go out of their way for you. They won't do it. If they do, it's going to be somebody that actually really loves you and that cares for you. And sometimes not all the time people, it's not going to be people, it's going to be sometimes people that you might least expect it. I've had most people that I did not know that were more loyal to me than people that I actually did. So it works sometimes both ways. But you just have to find those type of people that are for you. That's the point. You know what I'm saying? So when you do find those people, then you give loyalty back to those people. That's how I see it. And don't trust every smiling face. Every smiling face is just not for you. There's going to be people that come in your life. They're going to tell you all these great things about yourself. They're going to be very flattering. They're going to be very encouraging at first. But then when it's something, I'm telling you, if there's something that you do that they don't like, they on your ass. You know, they either on your ass or they turn on you like a snake. So you have to make up in your mind to just take people for who they are at the time, what they're showing you. But believe them when they show you who they are. Believe them. Also, like I said, taking accountability is a big part of life. When we learn to take accountability for ourselves, sometimes it's not always other people. Okay, I'm gonna say that for the slow people in the back. Sometimes it's not always other people. Sometimes it is us. It is me. It is you. Okay, and that's a part of accountability, recognizing that, and not only recognizing that, but also do things to fix that behavior if that's what you're portraying, you know what I'm saying, or your actions at the time. So those are the things that I've learned that I hate to be, that I wish I knew in my 20's. And when if I had that down when I was 20's, there would have been a lot of detours that I wouldn't have made. There would have been some people that I would not have engaged in. There would have been some places I would not have gone because I would have known some of those things. And that's why it's a good thing to listen to some older people that have wisdom. Mind you, I said some older people don't have as much wisdom as a younger person. It's some younger people, hey Rachel, that can really teach an older person. Because have y'all ever heard of old fools? There's old fools that pretend like they know something, but they are not going by what they know. And what I mean by that, there's some older people that have been taught better, but they still act like the biggest fool. So we can't always listen to old people. I said old people that have wisdom. And when you have wisdom, that's because you applied it to your life. That's when you get wisdom. When you apply the knowledge that you've learned to your life and you live it out. Hey, Uncle L, that's where you get wisdom. So we can't listen to every older person. And also we got to be careful about judging people, because the person that you least expected can give you some knowledge, can give you some understanding. So we got to be careful that we don't judge people because of maybe how they look or what other people say about them. Sometimes again, it's all about actions and not about words. Have y'all ever seen a preacher that could preach a good sermon but could not live out what he was preaching? That's just how some people are. So that's where we have to take accountability for some things that we may preach a good game, but really we're not up to par either. So that's why I constantly have some things that I really try to stick to, that I continue sometimes to stay on, because I understand that I can just get just as confused and wayward like anybody else, and get into stuff that I have no business getting into, and get involved with people I have no business getting involved with, because I have not really paid attention to the knowledge that I have. See, some people have a lot of knowledge, but they don't apply it to their lives. They don't apply it to their lives, and that's why they are where they are. And that's why I had to look at why I was where I was at, because I had a lot of knowledge but I was not applying it to my life. And that's where accountability comes in. When we see the knowledge, we see that there's knowledge that we have, but we don't apply it. And when we don't apply it, we become some of the biggest fools, because we got it, we just don't use it. Why do you think we have knowledge? Why do you think that there's people we have watched their lives? Sometimes that son, God trying to tell you something. When you see other people's lives, and you see how other people treat other people, and you still walk into a lion's den, that stuff is on you. He gave you the knowledge. He showed you the way, but you chose to go your way. And you found, hey Betty, hey Amber, and you found out that you were going in the wrong direction. And you kept going in the wrong direction because you did what you wanted to do. You were like Frank Sinatra. You did it your way, and you found out real quick your way got you nowhere. But where? In more problems. So I look at this stuff that I wrote, and I said, every day I gotta make sure that some of this I apply to my life, even the things that I will learn after this. See, I can't be telling y'all this kind of stuff and then come back and y'all like, well, some of the stuff she is saying, she ain't even doing. Hey, Enlighten, how are you? Some of the stuff she's saying, she ain't even doing. Thou shalt mind her own business. And I'm sitting up here, what's going on? Hey, what's going on? I'm sitting up here not minding my own business and taking accountability. I'm sitting up here blaming everybody for what bad happened in my life, but I'm not taking accountability for what I have done to myself. See, this is what I'm talking about. Applying is what matters. Actions is what matters. Words are nothing when you don't apply them. They're just empty words. They're just empty words. So we have to be very cautious on how we see our lives, and not try to make excuses for ourselves and our bad behavior. If it is what it is. And also, like I said, speak your mind on stuff you see too. Because everybody, look, I have people, you did this, you did that. Well, you did this. I know I did this. But you did this too. Okay, so just like you want to hold somebody else accountable, hold yourself accountable. See, and that's how we all can be better people, when we hold each other accountable. You can't just hold other people accountable all the time. Hold yourself accountable. And the other thing that is so strong that I used to forget. I don't know, forget, or I just didn't want to do it, is to be yourself. That is so vital. I was trying to be like this person, trying to be like that person, be the baddest bee, or be this type of person, when all I had to do was be myself. And those who liked it, they liked it. And those who didn't, they ain't. Okay. And I'm perfectly fine with that. So, like I said, it is what it is. Be yourself. Hey, YouTuber, how are you? Good to see you, Kevin. I hope you're having a great Labor Day, and you'll come out better when you learn to be okay with you. Yeah, thank you, Enlighten. I appreciate it. I'm gonna go eat some barbecue and have a good time before I have to go back to the plantation tomorrow. But I appreciate that, Tuber. Um, but I just wanted to share those things with you. Those are my commandments, and those are just some. I got more. I got more commandments that I try to go by. You said, be yourself. Everyone else is. I'm telling you, Vetted, ain't that? Look, I'm using bad English, but that's the truth of the matter. Be yourself. Hey, L Boogie, what's good? So, like I said, this was a little last minute live. I really wasn't gonna do that because I was like, I'm gonna go get some barbecue. So, but I thought this was pretty good to go over, because, like I said, I'm just going as I learn. I don't know everything. There's still some things that I probably will struggle with even after this, But I will say one thing: I'm not going to sit up here and not hold myself accountable when I need to. That's for sure. And anybody that says different, line they butt off. So again, yes, be grateful for the plantation. Yes, indeed, be grateful for the plantation. Yes, we got to be grateful. That's another thing. Thou shalt be grateful. Yes, indeed. When you realize that you got a little bit more than some other people have, that will also keep you from complaining, because you understand that you could be on the streets without food. You could be on the streets in the rain, in the sun, and all that. And so when you are not, that's a blessing. So, and thou shalt not be a clout chaser, because I think some people may think I'm a clout chaser because I interview people, and I have to tell slow people this. And I say this because it's people that will judge you for having people on your panel when they've been on people panel that you know is full of beep. But anyway, when I interview people, and I said this at the very beginning, the interviewees' opinions, comments, thoughts are not of the interviewer. Okay, so I have to repeat that because some people are really they pay close attention to the wrong things. What's up? Mrs. Skinny is in the house. They pay attention to the wrong things. They pay attention to the wrong things. So I want to just shout out to the interview that I had on Sunday. Not Sunday, Saturday. We had Brother Brainwaves. We had Brother Rilo. And Brother Ringo was in the house. And I appreciate that. But again, everybody's opinions when they on my panel is not of my own. Okay. So I just want to make that very clear. That's a part of interviewing. So I'm not like you know how some people they get folks on their panel and they're very biased because the person's on their panel. I don't do that. I stay very neutral because it's an interview. It's not a conversation where I'm just like we're having a conversation where I'm either agreeing or disagreeing. We're not, that's not an interview. Asking questions, or that's a part of being in an interview. So whether you agree with a person or not, but that's what it is, and that's why I want to make sure that I clear it up, because sometimes people will feel a certain way about your platform, but people can go where they want to go and do what they want to do, and that's kind of what I do on my channel. I do what I want to do, and I invite people that I want to invite on my platform. It's not so much I'm trying to be a clout chaser, because if I was trying to be a clout chaser, I would be doing a lot of crazy stuff on here. I would have my breast all out, and showing everybody I got them like that. I just, I would just be doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff. I mean, just going off on people, just, the regular, but that people do on YouTube to get attention. But since I don't do that, don't put me in that category as a cloud chaser. Please don't. Because if you need to go and look at the definition of a cloud chaser. So that's for the person that they know who they are. I have people, different types of people on my platform that come up, and they might not be people that you may like. They might not even be people that you agree with on some things. But this is my platform, and because this is Selena's, I can invite anybody I would like to have on here. So that's just a part of YouTube and having content. So I think some people don't know that, but anyway, just want to kind of put that out there, and they know who they are. It's nothing personal. It's just conversation. It's just content, as they would say. It's just content, right? Hey Daria, how are you? So anyway, love you guys, Reese's Pieces. Shout out to everybody that came in the chat. And like I said, if we learn to hold ourselves accountable, mind our business, and watch our circle, we'll come out a little bit better, just a little bit. And that's the God's truth. So I'll talk to you guys later. I'm finna go get me some barbecue. Bye, y'all.